Oh, I just thought of something stupid as hell. Alright, check this out, right? If all the girls in the world was ugly and there was one pretty girl, like she was objectively pretty, way prettier than all the other girls, would she know that she's pretty? Or would she think that she's ugly too? Like all the rest of the girls.
Damn. Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
Dating me is very hard because I am a happily single woman. I'm not dating out of desperation. One thing you do to get on my nerves, you gotta go. I have curated a life that is so peaceful and I'm happy and I do all the things that I love and I don't have any voids that need to be filled. So dating me is kind of tough. A lot of times, like when I was dating before, I was just like, okay, well, like you're here now, you can fill this void and be a placeholder or whatever. Now, I don't even want you next to me. Like, I don't even entertain men or like just go on dates just to go on them. If I don't see anything with you seriously, I'm not going. Like, I enjoy my own time. So like me going on a date just to like get a free meal, bro, I have to do my hair, I have to do my makeup. Like I have to sit up and engage in this conversation and I know I don't like you like that. I'm not wasting my time. Like at the end of the day, I know God is gonna bring whomever into my life that's supposed to be in my life. So like me searching and looking, no, I'm living my life and whatever happens, happens. In my season of singleness, I'm fulfilling myself. I'm learning more about God and building my relationship with him. And like, I feel like once you seek that, everything else will fall into place. And also,
It sounds like she's trying to convince herself. Cause why else would she need to make this a video? You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned about a lot of women is they live in an aesthetic. Whatever aesthetic that they identify with the most at the time, that's the aesthetic they want to live in, to dwell in, to, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want to embrace. They want to embrace a certain aesthetic, especially if it's popular. But if a different aesthetic became popular, then she would want to embrace that. I mean, maybe she came to this conclusion on her own. I don't know. I don't know this woman. You know what I'm saying? She looked good. She looked damn good. But part of me believes like this is not her own idea. This is a conclusion she came to because it's popular at the moment, to say how much you don't need to date, how much you don't need a man, how strong you are being by yourself, how you're living in your singleness, you're single centered, right? Because this aesthetic is popular. So it sounds like she's trying to convince herself of it. But hey, I could be wrong.
being abstinent helps a lot with like getting people away from me, because the second that I see you're trying to lead me to the bedroom and not to God, you gotta go. Because that we're not even on the same journey. You claim you want a godly woman and a Christian woman until it comes down to being abstinent. Yeah, okay.
It's so funny that now women want to abstain from sex, but you're not virgins. Why don't you just abstain from sex from the beginning? We only want to have sex with you if you already been getting your cheeks clapped. Don't tell me some dude down the street clapped your cheeks and now you want to make me wait till marriage. What? F out of here. Anyway, it's funny that you start off the video by saying dating her is hard. Why would I want to date a girl that's hard? Why would I want dating to be tough? Why would I want to be walking around?
It's a front. That's all it is. It's a front, bro. Maybe you could look at it as a filtering process. A dude with low self-esteem wouldn't try. But a dude that understand, like, she just talking. She just chatting. She saying one thing, but she gonna do something completely different. A dude that understands that is not gonna let that stop him from shooting his shot. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say after this video she didn't have a date? And then you gotta look at this too. Only girls that's pretty like this can say dumb shit like this, bro, and get away with it. It's plenty of girls that are not this aesthetically pleasing that wish they had the opportunities that these pretty girls got. And these pretty girls get online and talk about how they embrace their singleness when you have all the opportunity in the world to be with somebody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of girls that want to beat her up. Come on, dog. Pretty sure there's a girl somewhere that want to beat her up just for saying this shit, dog.
on eggshells. Makes no sense. She wants you to fit into her frame. Men of value don't want to fit into your frame. We want you to fit in our frame. Guys, you got to disqualify girls like this from the jump. I don't care if she's attractive. I don't care if her butt is fat. This type of girl wants to control you. And this is why she says, oh, I'm so happy being alone. You're going to be alone. And this idea that God's going to send you somebody, God don't work for you, okay? And if he is going to send you somebody, what did that guy do to deserve that kind of punishment? If he's going to send you a good guy, what did that guy do to deserve that? He didn't do nothing wrong. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
As a woman, that man that you're dating is a representation of how you feel about yourself. It's a representation of what you
And vice versa.
feel like you deserve. It's a representation of what you feel like you don't deserve. It's a representation of how you feel you should be treated. It's a representation of how you feel that you look on the inside, outside. It is a representation of everything that encompasses you. So now that you know that, take another second to glance over that relationship. And if it doesn't align with how you feel about yourself, maybe it's not the relationship that you need to be.
But here's the problem with that logic. A woman is gonna find a problem. If you give a woman enough time to think, she's gonna find something wrong. If you give a woman your phone and you have nothing in your phone that's incriminating, she's gonna find something to get mad about. Dog. So just take a look at your relationship and see if that aligns with your value shit. Alright, yeah. You need your values are important, but the way she framed it, a woman is always gonna find something wrong, bro. Even if everything's going right. Even if there is no drama, no chaos, no confusion, no uncertainty, no unkindness. I don't even know that's a word. But even if everything is positive, if you give her enough time, she's gonna find a problem.
As a woman,
I like the fact that she said that. I don't think this is just for women. I think this is for men too. The person you're dating is not only a reflection of themselves, it's a reflection of yourself, right? And what you believe you deserve. Now that last girl that we did a clip on, clearly she feels like she deserves to be single. That's why she's single. Me, I date multiple women at a time, and it reflects the fact that I believe I deserve abundance. I believe I deserve options, okay? And so I live in that option mentality. I'm just telling the truth, okay? And look, I think I'm so valuable, I think women should compete for me. That's just the way I look at it. Anyway, look, if you're going to date somebody, make sure that they're more than just a pretty face to look at.
I ain't gonna lie, all that hair look hot as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Take a look at this.
Let me tell you something. I'm usually a very humble person, but the quickest way to get me to flex and act like money ain't an issue, tell me I gotta pay extra for sauce. I asked the lady for some black and ranch. She gonna look at me and say, you gotta pay extra for it. Okay, how much? 12 cents. Give me 6. Let me tell you.
See, what I just say, bruh. A woman will find a problem where there's no problem. Homie or a shorty that was at the drive-thru window was just doing their job because they know most people don't want to pay extra for sauce. So to avoid any type of misunderstanding, they let you know up front, the sauce costs extra. That's not meant for you to be offended by. And this is another way people get y'all to spend y'all money, bro. They appeal to y'all sensibilities, right? They challenge you to make it seem like you don't got it just so you can prove that you got it and you spend it and make them rich. You know what I'm saying? That's outside of this, but I don't know. That just popped up in my head, so I felt the need to say it. But like I said, bro, there was no problem and she found a problem.
This is an example of a girl who may look pretty on the outside, but she's clearly a bird brain on the inside. Now, look, she might be somebody's wife. She might be a baby mama. She looks like she's in an expensive car with even speakers in the headrest. Okay, that car gotta be at least $80,000. But why is your child crying in the back while you're holding up your phone making a TikTok? You're risking your child's life to make a TikTok about dipping sauce. Oh, give me extra. Literally, a lady pissed you off so much. You have no emotional intelligence. So it bothered you so much that someone didn't think you had money by telling you that it's going to cost you more for dipping sauce. And you were ready to crash out on that lady and then even get in a car crash just to make this video. Make it make sense. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
What I notice is some of these guys, they mission out here is to try to humble a bitch. They see their friends, they see their family, you know, buying their girl flowers, doing this, doing that. They be feeling like, oh yeah, I don't gotta do all that. I'm not doing all that. Da, 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 da. Like, why you don't want to make your girl feel good? Why you don't want to make a girl feel special?
I mean, your girl is one thing, but
Bum.
alright, you a bum. Alright, cool. Look, are you gonna leave or are you gonna stay? Cause if you ain't gonna leave, what you complaining for? You know what I'm saying, bro? Why you so worried about what the next man doing with his woman? The comparison is the thief of all joy, bro. You focus on what they doing over there. You ain't focusing on what you got right here. You ain't focusing on how you can improve this situation over here. Maybe if you focus on that, the motherfucker will buy you some damn flowers.
You's a bum-ass bitch.
But instead, he a bum-ass bitch. Okay, all right, I'm definitely not getting you no flowers now.
And you need to get left in the motherfucking dirt. Y'all need to start dissing these niggas again. Start leaving them in the dirt. They feeling...
When was it ever cool to sound like Remy Ma as a girl? This girl, you know, respectfully, she's attractive, but you can't date a girl who's on the outside, she's pretty, but on the inside, she's a bop. Straight up, this girl's a bop. Why would I ever want to date a girl to go da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da? If you're going to learn how to roll your tongue, at least learn how to speak Spanish. At least learn how to speak Spanish. It makes no sense. Okay, you're pretty for nothing, no reason. Oh yeah, man, they're trying to humble women.
Oh no, it's a reason. She pretty for a reason. I'm saying, good time, not a long time. It's only two categories, bro. Good time or long time. And a long time can be a good time, but a good time is not always a long time. Come on,
yourself. Bro. Go get an education. It's not cute. A lot of you girls out here talking like this, y'all think it's cute. It ain't cute. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
I think the best dating advice that I ever got is, y'all know that saying, if you didn't get invited, don't ask to go. That applies to dating too. If that man did not ask you on a date, don't insinuate that you want to get taken out. Don't. Why are you doing that? I think sometimes we have to let them lead. And in my mind...
Before she tell us what's in her mind, just think about this. The date is for y'all. For the woman. Bro, if we could skip the date, we absolutely would. So if you want to be with the man, you don't have to initiate a date. Just say that you want to see him. Damn. It's not that hard. Just be like, I want to see you. And if he don't want to see you, oh well, bruh. You pretty, you can get another one. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck are we talking about, man? If you like a dude and he not making no moves, I know women want to feel like they got chose. I understand it, but we can't read y'all mind. If you don't make it clear, or if he just not getting a hint or whatever, you make a goddamn move. Just say you want to see him. That's all you got to say. He'll set up a whole fucking date. He'll set up all kind of shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't set up a date, he'll set something up. It's really that easy for a pretty girl. Y'all just be making it hard for no reason, bruh.
If I'm telling a man, oh, like, I would love to be taken here, trying to drop hints, or if I'm saying to him that, oh, well, you know, I like it when a man takes me out. A man got to take me out within the first week. That is your boundary. Be quiet. You don't need to speak it so that he matches it. You need to wait to see what he does, to see if it fits the standard of what you want in a man, who you want to date. We got to stop trying to drop breadcrumbs to them for them to get it right. The type of man that you want, you will attract, but you cannot breadcrumb him into being the man that you want him to be. No, he either got that shit in him or he don't. Okay?
Listen, man, us as men, let me speak for the men of value, men who got motion. I'm all that, right? Ladies, why y'all take advice from bums like this? I'm going to tell you why she's a bum, she a bird. I'm going to tell you why, right? Because tell me exactly what is the outcome she's trying to avoid by suggesting to a man that you want him to take you out. Because it seems like to me That you want to live in the frame that the man chases you and pursues you. Ladies, let me set this straight for you. Let me really, really level set this for you, okay? Full stop. Let me level set this for you. Full stop. You want a man that leads, correct? Okay. How can I lead if I'm following you? How can I lead if I'm trying to fit in your program? How? Too many women have all these rules and regulations. That's for your game. What about art? You ever thought about what a man wants from a woman? No one, all these videos, no women ever talks about what men want. All they talk about, you should do this, you should do that, you should have this rule, you should have that rule. Make him jump through a hula hoop, make him sit on his hands, make him do a backflip. You're going to make him do all these things to audition for what? Your life, to be part of your team?
And then she ain't even gonna want her no more if he do all that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I asked this question a lot. I definitely asked this to a girl. But I always ask, should pretty girls and ugly girls have the same problems, right? I think another question I should start asking is, what are pretty girl problems and what are ugly girl problems? And do they ever like what's the word, man? I can't think of words right now, bruh. All right, I'll stick with the original question. Should pretty girls and ugly girls have the same problems? Right? Because she's a pretty girl, but right now she's having ugly girl problems. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna name this video pretty girls shouldn't be struggling this much. Man, look, I don't know, man. I don't know.
They ain't too hungry in this bitch.
All right, this question's superficial, right?
Okay.
Should pretty girls and ugly girls have the same problems?
Wait, what?
Should pretty girls and ugly girls have the same problems?
What do you mean by that?
Just that.
I mean, we're going to have the same problems regardless.
Think so?
Yeah, like there's certain problems that are just like universal across the board, across the world, that every woman, like, for the most part, goes through, right? Like,
But you do believe pretty privilege exists, right?
pretty privilege definitely is a real thing, but there is still like stereotypes against it as well. Like, there are definitely things that we can look across the aisle and want or like be envious of for ourselves.
Yeah.
That we don't really realize is something that someone else needs. Like, for instance, right? Like, oof. Wait, I'm thinking. I knew where I was going, but then I lost it.
That be happening to me. Oh, I just thought of something stupid as hell. All right, check this out, right? If all the girls in the world was ugly and there was one pretty girl, like she was objectively pretty, way prettier than all the other girls, would she know that she's pretty? Or would she think that she's ugly too? Like all the rest of the girls? I think it was an episode of that or the Twilight Zone. I'm not sure.
It turns out that the teachers were right, and that's so crazy to me because all of the super popular mean girls at school, they big, shout out weed heads. All the fine, ones that was in high school that everybody was crushing on, they big. Sports career didn't go nowhere. Looking a hot mess, smoked out, 5 baby mamas. And turns out, the girls that was looked over, the girls that wasn't so popular, the girls that was, just kind of to themselves, whoop-de-doo. It turns out
She got a solid point here. And you know why the teachers were right? Because we all seen this before. They've seen this before. You gotta really respect the elders for one thing and one thing only. They see how the video game ends. They see how the story ends. And I agree with that. All the coolest people in high school, look at them now. It's always the people who are kind of looked over. You know what I'm saying? The ones that people didn't pay too much attention to, that blossomed. I've seen a lot of girls like that. The it girl, I know it girls, bro. This girl was an it girl. I can't believe that after we graduated high school a couple years later, I seen her mugshot in a newspaper with warts all over her face, talking about she got arrested for doing heroin in a motel. What? This girl had a fatty, nice body, looked good, she was super popular. Now she's a drug addict. Didn't see that coming. Damn, homie. In high school, you were the man, homie. Fuck happened to you? You know?
Pretty girls with ugly girl problems. Would y'all click on that if that was the title, bro? Pretty girls with ugly girl problems.
The same thing with a lot of other people. You see a dude, he was that dude, and now look at him, like you said, smoked out 5 baby mamas. I got no baby mamas, and I was cool in high school, and I got girls in high school, but I wasn't the it dude. You know what I'm saying? I started popping more in college. I started popping more after college. In fact, I'm the most popping I've ever been right now. Some of y'all peaked out early in life, early as hell in life. I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
The one thing that will signal that you are literally winning at life, you're winning, okay? It's not how much money you make. It's not having the nice body. This is the biggest sign that you're literally winning on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a mental level. When you arrive to a place where you love your life so much by yourself, like you're so happy being with yourself. You're so happy because you have your passions, you have your hobbies, you have the things that you love that you indulge in every single day, and you're not making it dependent on another person. When you arrive to this place, when you end up in a relationship with somebody, you're able to give them the type of love that they crave, and you end up receiving the love that you crave. Why? Because you're not going into a relationship out of a need. You're not going into a relationship with somebody because you're hoping they're gonna fill this empty space inside of you. And think about it like this: when you arrive to a place where you're so good being alone, anything else that comes into your life is literally a bonus or it's supplemental. But I really do believe a lot of relationships are not as healthy because people go into relationships because they want that person to fill a void inside of them. And it's okay to crave love. It's okay to obviously want companionship. I'm not taking away from that.
Damn.
But I think the most freeing place is to be with, I think the most freeing place.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tuned her out. I'm not even gonna lie. I was not paying attention to nothing she was saying. I think she was saying some good stuff, though.
Is where you can be alone and you're so happy being alone. You're happy, you're good. You don't need anybody. You don't need somebody to come in and save the day for you. You become so powerful when you're like this, and you become more magnetic because your energy is basically emitting that you're good.
Look, bro, I already know I couldn't be in no relationship with this woman, bro. She get to talking, I'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God. She seemed like the type that want to talk while you trying to do something else too. You know, and she just get to talking
by yourself, and that you don't really need anybody, but anybody that does come in is somebody that's almost complimenting your life. And always remember this: needy energy craves needy energy. Independent energy craves independent energy. The one.
Ladies, every single time, y'all always believe that in order to do anything in right, you need to do it like a man. It's so funny. In order to be successful in life, women try to set up their life similar to a man. Base their life around a man. They think the qualities that women want from men, men want from women. It don't work that way. I think it's important for a man to learn how to be happy alone. But women, you are the social creatures. You're supposed to want get-togethers. You're supposed to want to talk to your friends on the phone about absolutely nothing. Men, of course not. I don't call up my boy, hey, let's talk about absolutely nothing, and my feelings, and my feelings, and your feelings, and your feelings, and you're so beautiful, and I'm so beautiful. Women can do that all day because they're social creatures. I respect that. I understand what it is.
No, men, he is not lying. Because when I was in a relationship with my last girl, bro, she had a friend that she would talk to every day. They would text every day. Don't let them not talk for one day. It's the end of the world. And I didn't understand that, bro. I did not understand that shit at all. Like, y'all gotta talk every day? And y'all not even talking about nothing. Like, I ain't understand that shit, bro. It ain't no way I'm that pressed to talk to none of my friends that much, bro. Like, y'all niggas be alright. I see y'all when I see y'all niggas, man.
I get on the phone and talk to my bro. It's about business. How we gonna get money? How we gonna live out our purpose? I'm not talking to nobody about just nonsense all day. I'm not. It's not who I am. But I do want to say this. Look what she based happiness is. For her, her definition of happiness is passions. It's hobbies. It's things you get to indulge in. So many people think a life of comfort is
Those are all external.
a life of consumption. They confuse comfort with consumption. Oh my God, I feel so happy. I get to do all this stuff.
And this is exactly the reason. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people would trade their freedoms for convenience, right? Whether it's knowingly or unknowingly.
I'm passionate about this. I got hobbies. I get to do things. Let me tell you something. If you think passion and hobbies and doing things you can indulge in are way more important than life purpose, why you were put on this earth, too many people think they were put on this earth just to have a good time. That's it. No other purpose, just to enjoy themselves, consume. Oh yeah, happiness is not about money. It's not about a nice body. It's not about a nice body. In my personal opinion, your body is your temple. How you take care of your temple says a lot about you. It's a reflection of your lifestyle. If you're fat, out of shape, and sick, it says a lot about what you do in your spare time. In fact, some people got a good body and they're still unhealthy. So you want to make sure you hit both dots, both sides, healthy and look good. To me, that's a life of meaning. That's a life of purpose. But in her mind, the only thing that matters is consumption. Unbelievable. Anyway, here's the last video. Look, I think this is very
She got some little teeth. Little ass teeth.
interesting. And it's always fun that girls do their makeups when they tell stories. Take a look.
Some questions on a first date that literally just make my head hurt, and I usually just tone out from it. First one is anything that has to do with, so why are you single? Why do you think you're single? I just feel like there's so much nuance to this question.
But girls do that too, bro. If you got any type of something that, like little teeth or something like that, girls notice that shit right away too. So I don't feel bad, man.
I also feel like
That's just the first thing I noticed. So I'm pretty sure that's what niggas notice when they go on a date with her. Like, damn, her teeth little as a bitch. Hold on, we gonna start over because you know what I'm saying.
Last video. Look, I think this is very interesting.
some questions on a first date that literally just make my head hurt, and I usually just tone out from it. First one is anything that has to do with, so why are you single? Why do you think you're single? I just feel like there's so much nuance to this question. I also feel like it's a little personal. And so sometimes I'm just like, why are you asking me this? We are both single. We both find ourselves here for a reason. So like, just vibe. I don't know. Usually I just answer this by saying like, oh, I just haven't found my person yet. Or, you know, like God hasn't blessed me with my man or whatever it is. And then they'd be like, okay, well, why? I don't know. I don't know. We're both here, right? My next one is someone asking me what my type is. Now, something about this just like gets under my skin, and I don't actually know what it is, but I just feel like if you find yourself on a date with me.
Yeah, this putting this makeup on while talking to a camera, this gotta be like some special type of like crazy, dog. Like, it looks crazy, bro. You're literally transforming yourself in front of us. And like just carrying on. It's like, why couldn't you just do that, then make the video? Why do we have to see you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think that's weird? Am I tripping? That's not weird to y'all. It's weird to me.
Then you know you somehow fall somewhere within my type, right? Like, I feel like it's just kind of like a no-brainer. So I'm like, why are you asking me that? I don't know. I just feel like it just feels like such a low value question. Like, I feel like a better question would be like, what are some values that you really like admire or cherish within a man that you're dating? Or like, I don't know, anything else. Last one is anything related to the question. So do you cook? Which is usually followed up by like, what's your favorite thing to cook? And I feel like a more appropriate question would just be like, what type of food do you like? Or what's your favorite restaurant? You know, things like that. What does me cooking have to do with you? You know?
I don't think that's weird, bro. 6:45. All right.
What does me cooking have to do with you? You know? Generally, I just love someone who is good with their words, so just use them carefully.
But look, with that logic, right? She said, what does me cooking have to do with you? All right, cool. If we follow that line of logic, what does how much money I make a year have to do with you? You know what I'm saying? What does any of my attributes or value have to do with you? Like, Come on, bro. This shit be so one-sided. Like, anything that I have questions or concerns about gets dismissed. But I still have to live up to your standards, right? So why is it so one-sided, bro? You know what I'm saying? You still have expectations of me. So why are my expectations met with dismissal? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Women are cooked, yo. Women are cooked. Let's start with the last question first. Do you cook? She thinks it's a bad question. She thinks the better question is, what does she like to eat? What's her favorite restaurants? And then she asks the question, what does me cooking have to do with you? A lot! A lot! What are we talking about? Like, women, you completely missed the plot. What do you mean? What? This is a number one turnoff of women. Women, I need y'all to understand this. Ain't nobody trying to go on dates with you with a bunch of cake on your face, you fucking clown, paying for an expensive date to make you feel good so you can take pictures and post it all over social media and make it seem like you're living the high life. No. We got to be practical here. We need to learn how to save money. Okay? Be frugal. And part of that is cook. I don't know in what world do women feel like cooking is just only for restaurants. Cooking is only for fast food, drive-thrus, diners. Come on, bro. Like, are you serious? That's a major skill. Women just like, oh, I don't gotta do this. I got makeup. I got makeup on. You got a receding hairline with a wig on. What you talking about?
Damn. I think I'm gonna name this video. Hold on. Let me find a pretty girl right quick. Hold on. Where she at? She cute. She cool. Yeah, she pretty. She pretty. The first girl. I think I'm gonna name this video Pretty Girls with Ugly Girl Problems. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. Y'all like the video. LIKE. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?